What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another umamusume video. This video, we are going to be training Mr. CB once again. The League of Heroes, I believe, I think it starts this Friday. I think they already have the League of Heroes, except you can only put your team. So it gives me a few more days to try to see if I can get a different position Uma better than the 3 runners I have. So here we are back with Mr. CB. The last time we trained her, we did one of everything. This time I'm gonna go with 2 speed just to see how it goes, because most of the runners basically had 2 speed on all of them. So not basically, they did. And so I'm gonna go with the theme of the 2 speed and run that setup. So excuse me. For the setup 2 speed, like I said, Dormente, Still in Love, I want more power, Narita Taishin. For the wise card, Super Creek, Stamina card, blanked out for a sec or two. And then Tucker Brine, friend card. And that is pretty much the setup. So we're gonna get the run started, and before we get into the run and into the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There is a channel called Circle Request for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It will let me know that you want to join a circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Request channel in the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, that's going to be it on that. And perfect timing. The run just started. Now, with that being said, we get the comments loaded, do a couple training turns, and should be good. Now, over the weekend, I did, when I would train, I did train a good amount, but more for the PvP team, or the, what they call it in global team trials. So I pretty much just worked on, I think I worked on short distance, but it wasn't the best. I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't the best. Could have done better. I guess my problem was I didn't have short parents, so it kind of I kind of just winged it. With, surprisingly, I only had 1 short parent at the time, so I had to use that along with whatever I borrowed. And then eventually slowly got some short parents, or a few more, but still I could improve upon it. And then didn't touch mile distance, except for one time when I trained the OG Suzuka with her original fit. And pretty much I forgot, I think that was a pretty decent run, or a pretty good run. Actually, one of my best runs, I think. I got a UB6 on that, I think. So I got that at least. Other than that, I played a little global. I think the last thing I did was train KO. Then also because I wanted to get the golden week. I haven't trained much, but I tried, but I was kind of still focusing on JP. Can't really blame me. But later today, we'll, as I mentioned, in the last global video, I'll be training the next 3 videos. If 3 videos, if I calculated the days correctly. Should be just the CM Umas I'm going to use. So going back to Teo, Aguri, Cap, and Suzuka, basically. So that's the next 3 videos for global until the CM. And other than that, I didn't really get to train too much or at all yesterday. Kind of got busy. And yeah, here we are. Here we are with Mr. CB now. I was kind of thinking I'll probably do it, maybe, or I'll try it. I'll most likely try it first off camera. But basically, I don't know. But Measure Ramino, I was thinking for this video I would have done it, but I wasn't sure yet if I wanted to. Kind of curious if I would do it or not, because I did bring it up to an A from an E, so it was fine. Now the real question is, do I run Measure Ramino? Maybe. I think if I would, she would most likely, I don't know. I don't think I'll run her as a leader though. Probably a betweener. That's the thing. Don't know if that'll be good or bad, but I'm just curious at the moment. But what else can I talk about? Oh, also, since most of the games, trying to see if it's all or most. I think there may be a few where I'm like almost done with the events that are currently out there. I probably should check Star Rail, because it does update later today to the new patch. So I might check that out just to be sure. But I guess also Woo I can check, but I'm pretty certain I did all the events. Because I do remember that I did the Frolova Echo event that was going on, or still going on. And then the only other event I didn't touch in Woo was pretty much a permanent one. It was like the theater one or whatever it's called, or whatever it is. So I don't really have to do it, but I can. But I can if I do want to get some more asteroids. Unless I could finish the ghost ship adventure, and then might be another one that I'm forgetting, but other than that, it's not too much. So kind of gave me time to enjoy or start a game that I've had in a Steam library for a while, only because it interested me. So I started playing what was it? Hogwarts Legacy, and I put a good amount of time on that. Actually, pretty much the last time I played a game like that. Not a game like that, but just a different game in general outside of gachas. Was it Silent Hill? I don't remember. It was whatever the last game I posted on. That wasn't Uma or any of the gachas in this channel. I believe it was Silent Hill. I could be wrong. But Silent Hill will be making a comeback again because in September the new game comes out. And then next year, sometime next year, don't know when, Resident Evil 9. Excited for that as well. And then, because I missed out last year, must probably try and make it a one video thing. As in, it'll probably be one video, but accumulated within few to a couple days. It would be the Dead Space playthrough of the remake. So that might just be a one video thing unless I choose to mix it up or add more parts to it instead or separate them. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But other than that, what's funny is I actually did have Dead Space. So I think I bought it when I saw it on sale later on, but I just never. Well, it was already pretty much after the fact, and I forgot about it. And then when Nova mentioned it, and I remembered, so I don't know. I was reminded about it, so I think I'll do that around October. Actually, October also, I'll probably try and squeeze in more horror games. As in, maybe at least post one horror game a week, hopefully. I don't know if I have any other horror games that I haven't played or not definitely, but I feel like Silent Hill might overlap into October. I think I don't know the exact release date. So it might overlap into October, but that one's gonna be a bipart thing like I did with Silent Hill 2, the remake. I don't know. I'll probably take a look at the Steam store and see what horror games I may have missed out on or see what new ones they might have released for the spooky season. So that'll be fun. The last time I literally played a horror game was Silent Hill, and I normally love playing horror games, but for the most part, besides like the indie ones, there hasn't been like there's a lot of indie ones that I do feel like I could have enjoyed playing that I missed out on. Like I think I only posted part 1 of Poppy's Playtime. I think there's 4 now. I think there's 4 now. What else? I don't know. They're just I watch the videos like of the YouTubers I watch normally for like horror games. I'm like, dang, I wish I played that. That's kind of the issue. Like I missed out on the games. I'll end up watching it. Makes me wonder, do I play it? Kind of feel like it. I mean, for the most part, I most likely don't remember what they did. So I guess it works out. But with that being said, that's just like future plans within the next 2 months. I guess a little bit more if you want to count Resident Evil, but oh, I guess also I think around November. I think it's normally around November. It could be December. I think they had the release date, but I don't exactly remember. Pokemon should make a comeback because of Pokemon ZA. So that will also be something new. Been a while since I believe Scarlet Violet, unless Arceus came out before or after that. I don't know. Oh, there is another game that I do want to play because I did play the first and second one. It's Little Nightmares. That one I think comes out this year as well. Sorry if I'm just giving like plans for the future. Yeah, Little Nightmares 3. October 9. Ooh, we could make that another. That could be another game for the October. October horror games. I'm not gonna count Silent Hill because it's technically September when it comes out, or not technically, it comes out in September. It just overlaps into it. There'll be Little Nightmares, probably most likely Dead Space. I said probably, but that one I'll decide whether or not I make it a one video thing or not. I don't exactly know how long a whole playthrough is. And then I'm probably just gonna go play it just more for the enjoyment rather than for the challenge. Just pretty much just I guess you could say nostalgia because it was a great game when it first originally came out. I loved it. So I wouldn't mind just reliving it rather than making it a challenge because I'm fairly certain I did do that in the past. Fairly certain. I believe Dead Space came out when I was in high school. I don't know what other horror games. I think there are a couple that I could try out, but yeah, I'll do that research on my own time. I could probably check out the store right now because there's the summer sales going on. That's on and off between different I don't know themes or companies. Like right now, a game that I thought I don't know even know if I have it in Epic instead. I hope it doesn't open a random window on OBS. But let me check something. The thing I like about Epic Games is once in a while they just release a full-on like game that I didn't buy and they just have it for free for you to keep. One of the examples would be the Callisto Protocol, which is basically like Dead Space feeling, kind of like I think inspired by Dead Space. Ooh, that might be a interesting Dead Space and the Callisto Protocol. Maybe. Made of Skur was one of the other ones, but I think there's more than one game, so I don't know if I wanna, you know. What other games do I have here? Okay, I was gonna say there's a game on Steam that I wanted to, that I was curious about. It's called Ghostwire Tokyo for 15 bucks, but I got it for free on Epic Games. That's what I was checking for. So, like, the only reason why I love Epic Games, but I haven't touched like 90% of the games. Death Stranding, I believe the second one just came out this year, like a few months ago. They also Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition throwback. All the Bioshocks. Bioshock was a great series. Even the whole Tomb Raider series. Those were good games too. But yeah, there's a good amount of games I have in Epic that I've wanted to play. Or I think the last one I played on Epic was Blair Witch. That was way back. That was way back. But yeah, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. But I should probably get started with the comments. But the reason why I kind of went on with a little, not a little, it sounded like half the run's a tangent or whatever. It's a little, you know, letting y'all what I may or may not have planned for the future videos because spooky season's coming up. I try to make it more of a, I did try that in the beginning to make it more of like a 1 or 2 horror game videos in a month. But then kind of just didn't happen. Kind of did not just happen. But well, who knows? Maybe I'll try to do that again. But kind of just thinking about October. But like I said, should probably get started with the comments, because the other reason why I kind of went off and just talking about the plans is because I did notice, because I did load it. In the first couple turns, I did notice that there wasn't as much as usual, so I kind of wanted to also kill some time, or not kill some time, but rather than this time around, rather than, oh, that's wrong. Normally just let the video play out. Wanted to talk about what I had possibly planned, so there we go. So the first comments we'll be going over is from Nova. The first one says, I don't even have her. Well, you literally can do it real quick, and then you'll have her. So yeah, that's all I can say about that. You can literally do it in one run, as long as you meet the requirements in that one run, and then bring that specific Uma to the story where you unlock her, and then she needs a specific skill, I believe, from the throne assemblage. I think it's from that one. Oh, no, it wasn't from that one. It was from, I think it was from the Team Serious group card. There's a skill there you need to get. Yeah, the #1 horse girl in Japan. Skill. You need to get that in your run, and then bring that horse girl or whatever Uma you want to that race in the story, win, and you should unlock Commander Special Week, if I remembered it correctly. I think that's how you unlock it. But next comment says, I saw that. I know what you were saying. I just want to do the next turn. Yeah, we'll just fully heal. I saw that Grass Wonder pass, and then the first comment under the post was, where's my 1500 compensation rocks? I'm very amused by the logic here. Kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. All I can say is, most likely, free-to-play player. But I'll further say, a greedy ass free-to-play player. Other than that, I think today's goal, oh man, I thought about it. Technically I can. But then the free summon from the free single summon for the Smart Falcon banner, I ended up getting Grass Wonder. Hope I said Grass Wonder when I said G, unless I read it as GW. I don't know. This is why I rather read out the whole name. This is why I rather read out the whole name. Because GW could literally meant Golden Week to me, which is also the same event that's going on in Global. Thought about training her possibly for the CM. I believe her skills are medium distance. Actually, I could probably do that. I'll just not train either Cap or Suzuka for the video, but I'll still train them off camera. Probably make today Grass Wonder. I know I'm a little late to it, but if, you know, but better late than never, right? I think I will. It's also a new Uma. Plus, I most likely can a new Uma for my global account. And I can use her for the CM if I wanted to. Or if I actually get a good one. But we'll see. For my weekend, I basically just did what I could with Zenless and Wuwa and cleared those events. For Wuwa, I think I need to do the puzzle, which I don't really like. Puzzle. I don't know what you're talking about. And some event from the last patch that's made permanent. Yeah, there's a... I don't know if it's the same thing that we didn't do, but... Same, I do have to do that permanent one as well. I don't know if we're talking about the same one, but I do need to do one. I forgot if I just didn't bother to do those back then, but a dead patch means times for me to go ham. True? True. I think I just didn't do it. Because I probably most likely forgot about it, or didn't notice it for some reason. I probably clicked through just to get the exclamation pointer out of the way and just whatever. Resentless, I guess it's just the older agent stories that I can do during the next patch and just leveling the panda. Yeah. Right now I'm just farming mats. I'm just farming mats. Or because I already used what I had and it wasn't enough. I'm just farming mats through my dailies for Piper. I was gonna build Piper so I can run 3 anomaly things if I do build her, so perfectly fine. For Uma's the League of Heroes, and yeah, I finished my Betweener, but just gonna put my Measuros up there for the League of Heroes. Christmas Palmer Bright and Swimsuit McQueen. Fair enough. It's just gonna be chill while I'm trying to see if I can get a Chaser parent going. If I don't make it in time for a Chaser run, then meh, it is what it is. Was gonna use Mr. CB and Orfur for fun, but time is not a luxury I can't afford right now. Well, for me is... besides you being just pure measures, me just being pure runners, I just need to see if I can train a different position, see how it goes. Which I do have until Friday night? Wait. Not Friday night, I think it's Thursday night. Should probably check. So bright. Very bright. Oh yeah, Thursday night. So it'll be Friday's video for day 1. And then over the weekend, day 2, 3. I don't know if it'll be day 3 or day 4 for the video, but either or. Doesn't really matter. It's just progress on how far I've gotten. But hopefully it's better than past. Hopefully I can reach plat 4. That's the only goal. That's the only goal. Ghost month is around when that comet is nearest to Earth, so we'll see what happens. Ghost month is around the comet is nearest to Earth, so the comet is coming close. Wait, what? Ghost month is around when that comet is, so October. I don't know. Besides, if they are actually intelligent, they should send us some food first. I want to know what they eat and if they have Panda Express. Random questions. Random questions. What if? What if they're like the alien from Alien versus Predator or Aliens, you know, series? I pretty much would answer your questions, right? On what they eat or whatever. Can you be free to play and buy skins at the same time? Truly a philosophical question, Shushu. Depends how you see it. It depends how you see it. For the sake of it, I'm gonna say no, but I don't. I just don't. I just mainly just swipe for the skins. Zenless, I do still need to decide by the end of the patch so I can get the discount. That's the only decision I have to make. After a year, I guess we're at the stage of the game in both Wua and Zenless where we can think about what we need to pull. Correct. That is correct. Pretty much the same with... Yeah. Wua and Zenless, yes. The same thing for myself in Star Rail and Genshin. Well, Genshin is more like mostly who I want. So characters I like. And less on what I need. Unless there's a team I haven't fully built. Like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this. In Genshin, I tried to not use the same characters in the same team. Unlike everyone who would shove like Arena and Bennett in the same 10 teams. I don't know. I just see those two as like the main options. I get it. They're great. They're great characters, but I don't know. I just like having the variety of teams. Unlike in Wua where you're pretty much limited on where you can put your, well, you basically need to pick where your healer goes, if anything. But can I do a race here? I don't want to. Whatever, I'll just give it to Guts just because it's behind. That's why with Wua, I kind of have that habit in a way, which is why I do build the rover, whatever. Well, I did only build pretty much Spectro and Arrow, so pretty much why I built Spectro Rover and Arrow Rover for Zani and Parthia. Other than that, the only swap around is pretty much just the healers because we only got two limiteds and the one standard in Verena. And if you don't have one or the other, then there's Baija if you really want to build a third healer. Ingress. But moving on with the comment, if I didn't continue Zenless, then yeah, things would be very different right now with Eugen showing me the ropes. If you didn't continue. What that? Oh. Should I say so surprisingly or thankful? I'll say surprisingly after after basically going off how you felt in the past about Hoyo, or just your impression on Hoyo. It was kinda, I guess, more 50-50, I guess, on my end. Just reading off the comments how it sounds when in the beginning. But as it got closer to 6 months, I was like, I think he's good. I think he's good. Then in the anime, the Umas are immortal. Marzensi still looks like she is in her prime when she should be an Uma fossil IRL. Well, most of the Umas just pretty much just look the same. Pretty much. Whether they've been racing or retired from racing and all that, they're just there. They're just there. Then you don't stop until you get to UA, Shushu. I mean, I can keep trying, which I am. I'm just trying to get the best I can, or whoever I train. The closest I got was still Gentle Dono with that UB7. And then I think 2, if not the most 3, but I know for sure at least 2 UB6s. So there's always that. I just need a little bit more of a push. I think I'll probably most likely get it if I could get Guts a little bit higher than I normally do, which would most likely involve me using a Guts card. But my best friends have came out without using the guts card. So I'm in a crossroads. Because if I use the guts card, I notice my speed is not as high as I want it to be. If I use 2-speed like I normally do, guts will still make it over 1200, but in return... in return, guts won't go as high as it possibly can. But speed will, as long as I do get the RNG for the speed training. But sometimes I do be using 2-speed and it'll still be around 17 or the low 18s. So it is what it is. Other than that, thank you, Nova, for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. Next comments are going to be from Eugen. McQueen leader is not different because it is her main strategy. It happens. It just happens most are using McQueen turn into runner for those who love goes runner and runner Umas. Nova's not trying to be different. He just don't want. So these words are all jumbled up. Want to that go. I don't know how I'm supposed to make that make any sense. He doesn't want that to go for runner. He doesn't want to go for runners, just like Verxina. Jeez. I was gonna say, where's this? Where's this? Where's the I guess autocorrect wouldn't shift words around to make it sound right? To make the sentence sound more correct. But dang. It's all good. I got you. I mean, yeah, Nova did say that runner isn't his thing, so it makes sense why he would just use her as a leader. For myself, I just saw that I was doing well with runners, so albeit it's not all the cards. Some of the cards weren't even made for a runner. Not most, because most of them are general. Like Still in Love, I just use it to use it. So that's what it is. Next comment says, on Zenless, I listen to your advice. It's just the guy who always keeps gaslighting me and stays and rings on my head. So yeah, of course I'm working for alternate best W engine, even if it's A or B rank, as long as it suits. I think by now you should be able to just run with A ranks. I think. If you've done polls and their banners, you most likely should have gotten an A ranks, or a good amount of A ranks. I would assume so. B ranks is like if you really didn't get much, but I hope that's not the case. I hope the case is you actually do have A ranks. It's for the Japan's Cup. I'll say Champions Cup. Let's see. Don't worry about Guts not making it. This is where I'm like, Guts. But whatever. But other than that, thank you for the comments, Eugen. Appreciate it as always. And lastly, before I just check the comments again, whether if it's for a random comment or a comment that I missed or that was added later. The last comment is from Rashawn. Didn't know we had special week with Drip. I don't know what else to say to that, to be quite honest. But there is a third special week, and it is that one. I don't want to use that much. Did I just go out on a date? Because pretty much, I don't know what I was gonna say there, but I think I will just go out on the date. I think. Unless I have a race. There's a long distance race. I think I'll just do the long distance race. Oh wait, I think we will end up just going back to races. I think. Most likely, because we just did the Japan Cup, and now we have another race. And then now we're gonna do the... It didn't matter, it still took my... Oh, recovered a little bit more. We still gotta do the anima, so... It is what it is. You're gonna have to do it. I got no say. But let me go... Thank you, Rashawn, for the comment. And let me go actually check the comments again. We didn't even get an S aptitude on anything. Nope, we did not get any random comments. So, thank you, Nova, Eugen, and Rashawn for the comments. Appreciate it as always. And let's finish up the runs. But the Ura final. The last 3 turns, I don't think we'll be able to. I said I don't think, but let's see if we can even get speech to 1800. We most likely can if we get training. Now I'm looking at guts. Will it make it a... No, I don't think it will. I have a better chance if we had got in here in the thousands. That wasn't the case this time. But oh well. If all 3 turns out to be all pretty good speed training, then yeah, I can make it to 1800. But at the same time, we didn't get an S rank or S aptitude on anything. Not on long distance at the very least. I think I had put in turf. That could have been an option for an S rank. Or S aptitude. I guess same thing. And I'm not even sure which support cards. I may or may not have made it to the final event chain, so... Good amount of questions. I guess we'll find that out with its skills. If I'm missing some gold skills. And... yeah, we're not making it to 1800. I think the only difference between at least the CB run and the last one I did... Stamina is not maxed out, but it's close enough. Guts obviously didn't make it. But I don't think I didn't max out Wise the last time. I think it was still in the 1200s. So pretty much all that extra Wise came from the Guts, I'll say. Because if I had put in that in the Guts training instead, then could have had Guts at 1200. But regardless, I know for a fact I can get a better Mr. CB than this one. I know for a fact. So we're just gonna get the skills and then I guess see how this CB did, and I gotta go jump into the global video. I think it will be a Grass Wonder one. I think it'll be a Grass Wonder. So y'all here in this video pretty much know what the next video or who I'm training in the next video, so but let's just grab skills and see how we do. See how we do. It'll probably be a low UB. Like UB1. Around there. Lowest UC8, I'd say, if it does go that low. If I think also I feel like if I did have at least long distance parents for chasers as well, which I can make it happen if I just off camera just do long distance training for or Ferved or Mente. Oh hey, maybe I will also, I think we have 2 more videos before League of Heroes. I think I'll do Air Shakur, why not? But I'll most likely have to do some off-camera trainings for chaser parents. But I guess it wouldn't hurt. I guess it wouldn't hurt. But let's see if my high and low predictions is around there. It should be. It should be. But I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong. Let's see. Will it be pink for UB or green for UC? It'll be blue, but how high? I mean pink. Blue. UB2? Oh, I said UB1. So it was a little bit higher than I said. I think this was the last one was a UB3, I think. But dang, it's the same. I'll just give it to chaser, and I'll just use this one or the other one as a chaser parent. Yeah. But ended off with 1758 on speed, 1656 on stamina, 1733 power, 1157 on guts. We were so close. I was like at least 2 more trainings, like one that's at least 30 and 20. And then 1312 on Y. So pretty much my power and Ys did max out. Could have maxed out on stamina if I had gone stamina rainbow training, but didn't. Probably would have helped out guts training, but then speed still would have been on the lower end. And then no S aptitudes. Yeah, this was a UV3. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you guys have stopped your trainings for the League of Heroes and possibly got started with what, medium distance CM, right? Right? Let me double check that real quick before. I'm pretty sure they announced it, correct? Because I do remember Nova mentioning it. Yeah. 2000 medium distance turf. And that's it. Right? Turf, yeah. Who would I bring? There's a lot of options on who I could bring because it's medium distance, so we'll figure that out after the League of Heroes. Who knows? Maybe I'll start training them during the League of Heroes over the weekend as well. But yeah, let me know who you guys are thinking about bringing to this medium distance CM. I most likely will have the usual, as in Teo, not Teo. Well, yeah, Teo. I can try Teo again. See if she'll make the cut. Hida, New Year's, Christmas Cap, the usual suspects. Or Ferv, Dormente. Yeah, it's just gonna be the usual suspects on who I'd probably decide to train instead. Maybe even Measure Ramino, who knows? Maybe I say Measure Ramino for that instead. And then maybe I'll take a look at who else I have, and maybe I'll pick someone, try to pick someone different. Or since it's in September, maybe the next monthly ticket will give me someone new that I've, maybe missed out on. I don't know. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. But if there's anything else you guys do want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description. There's a channel called Circle Request for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join a circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Request channel on the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. So with that being said, guys, thank you once again. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.